So hey, I'm here with my friend Paul Pukas with Mosaic Insurance Alliance, and I just want to kind of give you an idea as a first time or even a second time home buyer. What are the things that you should be looking for in an insurance agent? And I thought, rather than just put up something that I found on the internet, I would go straight to the source, straight to the guy that I would normally ask questions of if it were me looking for an insurance guy. And I would go to you because I think that you have things available to you that most of the insurance people I've dealt with in the past haven't. So what should a buyer look for?
Well, first of all, congratulations for looking to buy a new house.
Yeah.
That's actually a great start to turn this economy around. But when you're looking for an agent, there's a couple things that I would keep in mind. First would be, who do they represent? Do they represent just one company and that's all they sell for?
Okay.
Or do they represent a bunch of different companies, which an independent agent would do? So there's a difference between how many companies someone represents, and that also lends itself to whose side of the fence that agent will be on. In the event of a claim, do you want an agent who works just with one company? Because where's the loyalty for that agent?
Okay.
It's to the company that pays their check, that writes their check every month.
So let me make sure that I understand what you're saying. So if I'm an insurance agent and I work for blank company, and we could name names.
Just one insurance company.
But a specific insurance company, then you're suggesting that I actually have their best interest potentially over the client's best interest, because my job is to minimize the likelihood of a claim affecting my company that I actually work for.
Yes, close. I mean, what I'm looking for is, or what I'm trying to explain is that if there's just one place that pays the bills.
Okay.
For example, you're not going to do something as a first-time home buyer if you're employed at Boeing,
right,
for example, or Microsoft. Do something to upset your employer.
Gotcha.
As an independent agent, I represent multiple companies, but I work for my agency.
Gotcha.
I am a consumer advocate because if the company does something that you don't like, I can go and look at a different company that wants your business.
So you could place us at multiple different places, and you're not, if something went wrong with company A, that's not necessarily going to be the end of your career as an insurance agent. You have plenty of other choices where you could still work with clients, still work in their best interest, and find good fits for them.
Right. And in the event of a claim, you want someone on your side. Right. Would you want a consumer advocate that represents a bunch of different companies but no allegiance to any one specific company? They're not getting their sole paycheck from one company?
Gotcha.
Or do you want someone who is managed by a large insurance company, and if they do something to upset that insurance company, their salary's in jeopardy?
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Okay. Well, that makes perfect sense. Aside from options and choices, which sounds like it's a pretty important concern all by itself,
right,
what other things, because I know the number one thing most people will say, well, my guy gives me a really great rate, and I've been with my guy for 15 years. Why would I ever want to change, Paul?
I get that question a lot, and I'm glad you asked, because there are certain times insurance companies change rate sometimes too often.
Okay.
But there might be new rates that are available, and the current person you're working with may not have been looking at different opportunities for you. Every time your policies come up for renewal, you may have gotten the best rate 15 years ago when you signed up.
Okay.
Things have changed over those 15 years.
Okay.
It might be an opportunity to review. So not only just for the premium, but also for coverage.
Okay.
What's changed in your lifestyle over the last 15 years
that
your agent may not have any clue is going on?
Okay.
It's actually proven that 61% of claims go denied. They are denied by insurance companies because of a change in lifestyle or property that's been acquired and never reported.
Oh.
And those are easy for companies to say, sorry, you have no coverage for that.
Okay.
So
that's a pretty big deal.
You want an agency that's going to review your stuff on a regular basis.
Okay. So how often do you review your client's insurance situation and their requirements?
Minimally once a year when it's time to renew.
Okay.
That's the perfect opportunity to say, look, you're coming up for renewal. Has anything changed? Have you added a car, removed a car, forgot to tell us about that situation?
Okay, good reminder.
You've got a young driver in the household now.
Okay.
Maybe you inherited some stuff from a family member that has significant value that may not be included on your home policy.
Okay.
Things like that people tend to forget about when it comes to notifying their insurance agent. So we take an opportunity to say, hey, client, what's changed?
Obviously, rate is going to be part of what people are going to be looking for. Yep. Options is going to be part of what people are be looking for. And what you just described was really, hey, somebody who's proactively looking at what's in the client's best interest. Anything else that you can think of, maybe qualifications or something else that people should be looking for when they're trying to find the right insurance agent?
Yeah, of course, for everyone, price is important. And I'm not downplaying that at all, but there are certain times when think to yourself, in the event of a claim, would I have been okay paying 10 extra bucks a month to have that covered?
Yeah.
And I can't imagine you'd find anyone that would say no.
Right.
When something bad happened and they find out it's not covered.
Right.
Yeah, we recognize price is important and we try and find the best value for our clients every day. But there's a couple different things that, you should pay attention to, or at least that are important to me if I was a client out there, not in the insurance world. We take care of our clients on a monthly basis by staying in contact with them. We have a monthly newsletter that talks about insurance tips. There's some jokes in there that keep it a little funny, we try to do, but also just to let folks know what's going on with Mosaic, with our agency. Give them a little insight into the team that they work with.
Okay.
So you'll be surprised that one of the girls here in the office used to drag race cars.
Wow.
So you find different
That's a high risk activity. That's hard to insure, I bet.
That's why they got into the insurance business, perhaps. One of the other things, people talk about service, and you've got to have great customer service just to even be in the ball game now.
Right.
But what does that mean? People will say they have great customer service, but what are you doing that actually means you have great customer service?
So you mean your insurance agent should answer the phone?
They should answer the phone. Perhaps they even return your phone call.
Oh, okay, that would be novel.
We've got a same-day phone call return guarantee in the office. So we set our standards higher than what you might find at other places. Is it a one-person shop?
Oh. Yeah, I've been with a one-person shop.
And when they go on vacation,
kind of
what
sort of
happens?
answers the phone,
Yeah.
and then hopefully the real guy will return my call later,
Right.
but maybe not today.
So there's a couple things that, price is definitely important, but an agent that's going to go and look at different policies, some companies we have almost have like a warranty on appliances.
Oh, wow.
And some companies don't offer it.
Okay.
If that's important to you, an independent agent who represents multiple different companies can figure that out. But if you just go and put your home insurance where your auto insurance is, because that's where your parents did, or whatever the case is, you may not have coverage that fits your situation. One of the things that we've done, we talked a little bit off camera, was about the book that I've co-authored with my partner.
Very cool.
Protect Yourself. I don't know how many different agencies out there can say that the owners of the of that agency have written a book on 373 ways to protect their clients
That's
even
more
better
than one a
their-
day, Paul.
That's more than one a day.
Yeah. That's
But you
very
can
cool.
read 2 a day. and you
Oh,
can fit
okay,
in.
okay. They did look short, but
You can
that,
implement
that's still,
2 a day.
That's still good. Yeah.
So, I just think looking for someone who is actively finding ways to provide more value is important. Not getting stuck in a rut that you just pay your premium all the time and set your expectations low of what type of service you should get.